What up? Welcome back to Redhead MMA. I'm back. Sorry for taking like a month off, but I'm back here to stay. And the main and co-main events for UFC 330 in August in Philadelphia have been announced. Islam Makhachev versus Ian Gary, with the co-main event being the strawweight championship, Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson. We don't have any other fights on the card just yet, but I just want to give my reaction and early predictions for these two fights. Just had this. I was at work when the news got announced yesterday. Saw that, wanted to make a video on it. Here now, get making a video on it. Again, sorry for taking like a month off, but I'm back. Let's talk about this. Um, Islam versus Ian Gary. This matchup was rumored for a very long time. The last few months, I have been hearing things about this. I think that Islam will win this fight as an early prediction. But I do also think that Ian Gary is going to give Islam like a run for his money. I think it might be one of the hardest, if not the hardest fight that Islam will have in his career. Um, and just going off of Ian Gary's career, he brought Shavkat Rakhmonov to a decision only guy to ever do that. He is 17-1, has a win over Carlos Prates. That win has aged really well. Michael Venom Page, which that win has it's there. MVP hasn't really done too much. Oh yeah, I don't know how I forgot this. In his last fight, beat Bilal Muhammad, and again, that win's not aging as well as it seemed it was when he actually won the fight. But I can't take away from the fact that he is really good. As much as I may dislike him, he is really good, and he deserves the title shot. Then you go to Islam. I just don't see a world where Islam loses to Ian Gary. It's not to say Ian Gary isn't good, and he isn't a really technical striker, that he isn't a really good grappler. You saw that against MVP. Islam is a different breed. He's literally closing in on GOAT status. Like this win and maybe another win kind of cement him as the GOAT. This win allows him to break past Anderson Silva's win streak record if Islam does win the fight. So that already is like, damn, is this guy one of the best of all time? I don't know. But Islam is just so good, dude. Like his last wins, he's got JDM, which, you know, that win in the last month or so has aged a little worse than I'd like it to. Renato Moicano. Okay, listen, his last three fights may not have been against the highest level of competition. And Dustin Poirier did compete pretty well against Islam. But when you look at his fights before that, dominated Volkanovski in their second fight. Very close fight with Volk in their first fight. I do think Islam, after rewatching that fight several times, I do think Islam won that fight. And murked Charles Oliveira to win the belt. These are all really good wins. Besides Renato Moicano, it's still like a fine win. But JDM was on fire when Islam fought him. So many people thought JDM was going to be the guy to beat Islam. And for Islam to just ragdoll him like he did in that fight, it really cements how good he is. He's better all time than Khabib. I don't. There's no doubt in my mind about that. He's so good. Ian Gary's probably one of the best fighters he'll face. I hate Ian Gary, and I hate that I'm praising him right now, but that just is true. Ian Gary is so technically sound. I still think Islam is going to win, and I think it's going to be a 40. I'm thinking like as an early prediction, like a 49, 46, maybe even a 48, 47, like a close enough competitive decision. But I think it's going to be one that Islam clearly wins. So yeah, that's a little bit of a early prediction out of me. Great fight. It may not be an absolute barn burner. Let's make that especially clear. I'm not expecting fireworks. Not expecting, a crazy finish like what we got at UFC Freedom 250 from every fight. But it'll be a very technically sound fight, technically entertaining. Yeah, this should be a good fight. Islam versus Ian Gary. I'm leaning Islam in the early, as it's announced. I'm leaning Islam, but you never know, man. Ian Kakado Gary, he just might irk out a win, which would be insane. Not one of the biggest upsets of all time, because Justin Gaethje versus Ilya Topuria just happened. I will have another video coming out on what I think the main card, oh, not even main card, the card winners and losers should do for their next fights. That should be coming out tomorrow. If you're watching this on June 18th. So I guess be prepared for that. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll make a video about that. I'm getting very off topic right now. Islam versus Ian Gary, leaning Islam, but you never know. Ian Gary might pull this one off. We'll see if my choice changes as we get closer to the fight. Let's look at this co-main event. Oh, did not mean to click on Jillian Robertson. This co-main event, Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson. I don't even know, man. I I don't have much to say about this fight. Mackenzie Dern, I don't know, man. She isn't even that good. I don't know. Like when I woke up to the fact on that Sunday, it's like, okay, Mackenzie Dern's the strawweight champion. It kind of solidified that without Zhang Wei Li, that division is kind of a joke. And Zhang Wei Li should have gotten an immediate title shot. I know she just lost to Valentina Shevchenko, but Valentina Shevchenko is the greatest women's fighter of all time, arguably. So her coming back down, she should have gotten an immediate title shot. Instead, we're giving it to Jillian Robertson, which, coming off of Amanda Lemos, which is a decent win. She beat Mackenzie Dern around 2 years ago. So she has a decent enough win, I guess, to get this title shot, but I don't know. Jillian Robertson's good. I actually, I don't know, thinking about it, Jillian Robertson might beat Mackenzie Dern. I feel like Robertson's just a bigger finisher than Mackenzie Dern. They're both heavy on jiu-jitsu, which so that'll be an interesting thing to see in their fight because I feel like it's going to come down to who will be better on the feet and can kind of stun one of them to take it to the ground and win in that way. Maybe get a submission while they're stunned, maybe get a TKO. But yeah, I'm leaning Jillian Robertson at the start of this. It's no hate to Mackenzie Dern. I just don't think she's that good. And let me make this especially clear. I think that Zhang Wei Li murks both of them. No matter who wins this fight, I think Zhang Wei Li is coming to get that belt back. And I don't think anyone is going to be able to take that from her. She's easily the best strawweight. Had some bad luck. Didn't do so great against Valentina Shevchenko. There's no uh what's what's a good word to say? It's like it's not a bad loss. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Losing to Valentina Shevchenko is not a crazy thing. Like, oh, how could you lose to her? Like, she is the definitely the best women's fighter right now. Possibly, probably the best women's fighter of all time. So it's not a bad loss. So I think when Zhang Wei Li comes back, she beats whoever wins this. But right now, I am leading Jillian Roberts, and I think she'll be able to do better on the feet, which will lead into more dominant grappling. Maybe she'll get a submission. I highly doubt it, though. Mackenzie Dern is really good. I don't know, man. I might be seeing a TKO out of Jillian Robertson. That's what I'm kind of leaning right now. But yeah, those are my early thoughts on this card. I think it is going to be a good card. This main event, I'm sure I'm going to get more excited for it as it goes on. But with what we just had last weekend and what we're going to have next month, we just had UFC Freedom 250, one of the biggest MMA upsets of all time, and just an amazing card from start to finish. 7 finishes in all 7 fights, all knockouts. It was an incredible card. And, you know, in just under a month, in like 3.5 weeks, I guess. Hold on, in 3.5 weeks, I think. We've got Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, International Fight Week. That's going to be awesome. Conor's looking way more serious this time around than even when he was going to fight Chandler 2 years ago. I am so excited for that card, that main event, because Conor's got a better chance than people realize. So this main event, in comparison to the rest of the summer in the UFC, it seems a little weaker, but don't get it twisted. This is probably the highest level matchup we're going to get of the entire summer in a championship fight. So I am excited for it. It's just I'll have to come to terms with the fact that it's not this like explosive main event that we got in UFC Freedom 250 that I'm hoping we're going to get in International Fight Week. And this co-main event is like fine, but Zhang Wei Li is the real strawweight champion, and everybody knows it. Okay, so love that. I guess I don't know. UFC website has been screwing me recently. Last night I tried to make a video, and it was just bugging out so badly. But whatever. Uh, yeah, I think this. I think they're gonna pack the main card a little bit with a few more fights because this isn't. Besides the fact that Islam Makhachev is a huge name, and people will watch solely because of him. They are probably going to pack this main card a little bit, like the featured bout in the first 2 fights. I think they're going to throw a little bit more explosiveness, for lack of a better word, into it, just because the more casual fan base, isn't going to be super excited that Ian Gary is now getting a title shot. But doesn't change the fact that it's going to be a high level matchup. I'm very excited to watch it. Jillian Robertson versus Mackenzie Dern. It doesn't matter who wins that fight because Zhang Wei Li is coming back to get her belt either way. And yeah, that's about it. I wish there was more for me to really talk about, but it literally just got announced yesterday, and we have almost 2 months until this fight actually happens. So there's not much to really talk about in terms of that. Thank you for watching the video. I'll have another one out tomorrow about matchmaking each fighter from UFC Freedom 250. It's a little late, but it will be released. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.